If you've been curious and wanting to get back into dating, you're in the right place because today I have sourced the best online dating services for older adults. And in light of Valentine's Day, let's see what's out there and what's changed and what might be of interest to you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. And while I do that, I want to say welcome. I am so glad that you're here today. I know firsthand that sometimes just learning something new could be a challenge. So I applaud you for that. And you might be wondering if you're in the right place. So if you can answer yes to any of these qualifying questions, if you're single, if you have a friend who's single and wants to start dating, and if you're thinking about getting back in the dating world, this is for you. That's right. This is for you. Now, you might just be joining me for the first time. My name is Abby Ritchie. I'm the CEO and founder of Senior Savvy, which helps older adults with their technology. And I'm also a TEDx speaker and regularly on TV. Now, I want to also let you know, if you have any questions now or later on, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is always down there at the bottom of every slide. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So today we're going to talk about the benefits and the statistics of dating. We'll also talk about some online dating sites specifically designed for older adults. We'll talk about creating your profile and some of the red flags you need to be looking out for. First, let's talk about the benefits. So right off the bat, when you begin to date someone, your mood will improve. You just generally get a little happier, a little more lighthearted. The colors are a little sharper. Your senses are heightened again, and that improves your mood. Additionally, when you date, you're more open to learning new things, and that helps those neuroconnectors get working. So maybe you learn to do some bird watching or a new skill. You also will take better care of yourself because you want to be at your best for your new romantic person, right? And that might mean that you eat better and exercise more. And overall, when you date, dating improves your mental health. So now I want to talk about some of the statistics because I know you guys, some of my students love to look at the numbers, right? There are many singles over the age of 50. And so 29% of them are women. And for men, we've got 21%. So that's a fair amount. Many people say they've had lots of success dating online. In fact, when I did this class earlier this week, even one of my students said they met their spouse online 15 years ago, and they were more than happy to share how wonderful that went. And people will also say that having really good photos is number one, and we're going to talk about that as well. Overall, people are on dating sites because they want an exclusive partner. They want to have someone to do fun things with. So now let's get into it. Let's talk about the dating sites. Now, I want you to know, I looked at many of them, but I really kept my eyes on the ones that are specific for over 50, okay? So you may not see the one you had heard about years ago, but I want to bring new information to you. We're going to discuss some of the membership prices, the matching process, communication options within the app, and how you could use it both online and on a mobile device. Okay, number one, Senior Match. This app is best if you're brand new to online dating. Okay, Senior Match is a well-known dating site that caters specifically to older adults. It boasts more than 6,000 daily active members and 1 million singles over 50. You got to complete a questionnaire when you join the platform, but the algorithm provides matches based on various compatibility factors like interests and hobbies. Some of the details here, prices start at around $20 a month. They do have a mobile app available It's been around since 2003. That makes it 20 years old. And it really makes it easy to find matches based on your shared hobbies and activities. Next up, we have Singles 50. Singles 50 has the best video chat feature built in to their website and into their app. And you want to get on that video chat pretty much as soon as you can, so you can make sure you're really talking to the person you think you are, okay? It's a data-driven approach when it comes to matching singles, and you will complete a personality assessment that will help find potential matches. And from there is the internal messaging service, as well as the video call function. It's around $20 a month, and you can access a lot of the features free just by registering on the site. You can also do an extensive search and filter out various things like drinking preferences, height, number of children, that type of thing. Next up, we have Our Time. Our Time is specifically geared toward matching older adults who share similar interests. Sounds good, right? This site offers a free version, but there are plenty of add-on features like ways to boost your profile so more people can see you. This one is really good for meeting people locally, and I would love for that to happen for you. Our Time details, it's around $16 a month. They do have a mobile app. You can try the service for free. There's extensive guidance and tips on online dating for older adults. And they also offer free local events to help you meet people in person. Next up, we have Silver Singles. This is best for intellectuals, for those of you who really place a high value on education. And according to the company, 80% of its members have attained an above average level of education. And if that's important to you, definitely sign up for Silver Singles. There's an easy to navigate platform, thoughtful expert advice, many new members joining each month. Now, I know I didn't mention some of the big guys, right? And it's not that I didn't want to mention them, but I did list them here. They do have other specialties. Today's focus, though, over 50. So you could go ahead, raise your phone, take a quick picture of that. You can even email me and I'll send it to you. So now let's talk about creating a winning profile, which might just be the hardest part of the process. Now, I've helped many of my clients create online dating profiles. That's why I had to do this class, because more and more people want to date. So let's take my client Ken, for instance. Ken wanted to get remarried. He wanted to be married again. And so what we did first was we determined which site would be best for him. Now, Ken is a Mormon, and he specifically wanted to meet an LDS woman. So we went to LDS Singles. From there, we started to make a list of all of his interests. And we also took a look at some other profiles of people kind of like him in his age range to see what kind of pictures they're listing, what do they write about, right? And then we started to weave in some of his personality. He likes to garden. And so anytime we could use a gardening example or a gardening term like growth or soil or reap, that kind of thing, reap what you sow, we included that in his profile to make it have more personality. We also made sure to keep it short. Okay, the bio section, it's not a resume. It's a place where you could write the information down about yourself, right? You don't have to list your degrees or your jobs. You can include your preferences, like would you'd rather walk on the beach than take a hike in the mountains. You also want to make sure you've got a friendly tone, all right? Keep that negativity out and choose your photos wisely. This was one of the hardest things to do with Ken because he had no current photos, or all of his photos were with his children, for instance. So we had to take a couple of selfies and pose him with his cat and make sure that none of his pictures, that you could see his face and nothing was obscuring his eyes, that kind of thing. So that's something that you're going to want to do. Choose your photos wisely. And when you write your profile, I really want to encourage you to feel good when you do it, because that's going to come across in your writing. That energy and that enthusiasm and the confidence is going to come across in your profile. Finally, make sure you proof it. Ask someone like me to look it over for you, or ask a friend to look it over for you, and be open to making some seasonal adjustments. Things might change. You might find, you know what? I'm more open to that kind of person than I was when I first filled this out. Now, I got to talk to you about avoiding dating scams, right? We got to do that. We have to bring awareness to it. And so here are a couple of pointers. Number one, I want you to protect your personal information. What that means is that you never give out that information when you're dating someone and you've just met them and you're communicating online. And I want you to be really cautious about that, because scammers often want to move a vulnerable person to giving that information. You want to be aware of the sweetheart scam. What happens here is that there's excessive flattery or affection early in a relationship in order to manipulate your emotions. And typically what will happen, and I want you to be aware of this, is that you will see lots of grammatical errors in a profile. You will see that maybe you set up a date with someone and then they cancel, and they do this repeatedly. It still keeps you engaged, but not allowing you to meet them. Whenever possible, look for a local connection. This way you can meet them in person, all right? And people always ask, well, how far is too far for a long distance relationship? And a good rule of thumb is to think about where you'd be comfortable traveling twice a week, okay? Because that's going to help you have a better potential for your long-term relationship. Stay online and in public as long as you can, and check them out online, okay? Do a little sleuthing on your own. Make sure that their first name and their city and what they say, and that all works together. Make sure their pictures on Facebook also look like the pictures on their profile, okay? Check them out online. Now, I want you to go ahead and give me a thumbs up that you have learned something new. And I want to tell you also, in just the next slide, right here, you can go ahead and take a picture of this. There's the best senior dating sites. And for this month, we are offering a special, okay? We're offering a special. If you want help putting together your online profile, we can do that with you, just like I did with Ken. So we can help you choose the right platform, create the profile, upload your photos, sort your matches with you, and get you on your way to dating online. Now, you can always go ahead and reach out to me. I'm here to help you. And I just wanted to say, well done. Well done. Good job putting yourself out there and for trying some new things. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you back here again next time.